Hey gang, it's Rich Scott here with another quick video. Today we're going to talk about the 4 green lights that you need to get en route to a client saying yes to you. It's kind of like the secret code for selling professional services and still being classy like the professional you are. So hey guys, so this issue is probably top of the list of what clients ask me on a frequent basis is, can I sell professional services and not come off as kind of cheesy or sleazy? And the answer to that is absolutely yes. See, with human behavior, we basically have to go through 4 check boxes and say yes before we naturally feel comfortable in taking action. So number 1, top of the list is we have to feel there's a fit. That fit is your professional services, and really it comes into 3 areas. Number 1, the concept of what you're offering as a service or a solution. The customer or client has to be comfortable with it and understand the concept. Number 2 is they have to be comfortable and feel that your company or your organization is a fit. It's not just you, don't take it personally, but it has to be the concept, your company, and then number 3, you guessed it, super personal, it has to be you. Are you or the people on your team somebody that they feel is a good fit? Number 2 is decision maker. Before we're ready to go forward on any sort of action or any change, is that we basically have to be talking to the decision maker or the decision makers. How many times have you had a proposal or done a quotation, talked about something that sounds like it's all fantastic, only to hear the phrase, well, let me just check with my partner, my husband, my wife, my boss. And that's not a put off, that's not a decline. It's just kind of a natural reaction because before we're comfortable in moving forward, we got to check with all the decision makers. Number 3 is deadline. Deadline is basically a really important thing because without a deadline, we tend to just float along and not actually make a decision. So with professional services, there's kind of 2 deadlines. There's ones when it would be nice to have it done, and then ultimately there's one when it has to be done. So the big question is asking those clients, well, what's the impact? Is this a later thing or is this a now thing? Number 4 is budget. It's the big question that oftentimes we don't want to talk about, but it's basically the money question. And money isn't always the most important part, but it is important. And there's 2 types of budgets. Number 1 is there's the budget that they have, but they're always trying to lower you on. Or there's the budget that they don't have, or it's not big enough and we need to either create it or grow it. So those are the 4 green lights that we have to hit. Number 1 is fit. Number 2 is decision maker. Number 3 is deadline. And number 4 is budget. So as we're going through our process, if we don't want to come off as being pushy or sleazy or high pressure, all we have to do is verify, does the customer feel that our concept's a fit, our company's a fit, and that we are a fit? So we can ask them direct questions in multiple different ways. Number 2 is, are they the decision maker? Is there anybody else that we should be involving in this discussion? Anybody else that has some input? Number 3 is the deadline. When do we need to start this? When do we need to finish this? What happens if we don't hit that date, either good or bad? And then number 4 is budget, money question. So how much money has been allocated for this? What's the financial impact for this? Do we have any idea when we accomplish this, what the ramifications are financially? All similar questions, but they're asking it in a different way to find out that yes, this person actually has 4 green lights, because without them, the car isn't going anywhere. So hey guys, there's no need to push. We talked about the 4 green lights that help clients en route to getting to a yes, and ultimately just ask them, serve them, teach them, help them answer these for themselves, because ultimately when they have 4 green lights, all with fit, decision maker, deadline, and budget, they're at a point where they've had enough information, enough education, enough service from you that they're comfortable in moving forward. And if they're not, then our job is just to continue to educate, continue to serve, and help them solidify the answers to that. So hopefully this was helpful. A little bonus that we have today, I've actually got a worksheet with all 4 of these and some examples of different ways you can ask that and some space for you to come up with your own. So just click the button below, download it, it'll give you some examples. I would love to hear back from you, throw it in the comments below. And like always, if you have any questions, shoot me an email, call the office. Until next time, I'm Rich Scott. Thanks for listening.